The decking is almost complete as we fly over the Soi 70 intersection. I had to watch out for the crane as I lost sight of the drone, but I could see on the screen that I was very close to that metal hook thing. We still have this mysterious gap in the tracks with no trestles going through. I'm not sure why they've chosen to do that. On the left, we see the iconic Hua Hin train station and the King's waiting room with the traditional Thai architecture. On the right-hand side, we see the Royal Hua Hin Golf Course, the very first golf course in Thailand. It was designed in 1924 by A.O. Robbins, who is the Scottish railway engineer who was designing the train, the initial train line that went through town. And he got to this point and said, what we need in this town is a good golf course. As we approach the new elevated station, we find more of the red beams have been installed. As I rise up to avoid the new structure, we see the big gap in the train again and a big pit with some very strong foundation work going on. And that was the end of the range on the drone, so I packed up and moved down to the south end of the city, just north of what we call the flyover. You can see the train line is coming back down to ground level to be able to safely pass underneath the flyover. Rising up to clear the flyover, we see the Khao Takiab section of the city, with Monkey Mountain on the far left and the Holiday Inn Hotel and Vana Nava Water Park on the right. The Holiday Inn looks like it's getting its own train station, which will also serve the south end of the city via the bridge over the canal. It looks like the tracks will run at ground level for a while as it exits out the south end of the city. Let's do a 360 here. We're looking north, and then we pan to the east, and that's the Gulf of Thailand. Underneath, we see a brightly colored Buddhist temple. And then we pan across to condo buildings built right on the coast. Monkey Mountain straight ahead. And then back to the Holiday Inn in Vananava. I'll try and get you more pictures of Vananava next month. Those distant mountains you see to the west is actually the border to Myanmar. It's very, very close. Straight ahead to the right of the tall building is True Arena. It's a sports facility that hosts a stop on the Professional Asian Women's Tennis Tour. Now we'll jump back to the city center and fly north. Looking to the right of the old tracks, you can see the preparation all the way up for a new road, which will really help with our city traffic as we only have one main north-south road. On the left you see Pei Mai Day Market, which is a very busy selling and food area in normal times. I pause here momentarily as I got a pop-up message that I was about to enter the Hua Hin Airport exclusion zone, but I'm already have an approved permission to enter this zone, so I just clicked OK and we continue on our flight. The tracks come back down to ground level in the north part of town again. In the distance, we see the progress on the raised U-turn structure. This is how the train line all the way up and down is being designed to avoid level crossings and the constant crashes between trains and vehicles that result. Be sure to check in next month for more updates to the train construction. I've also been doing a lot of flying around the city, so I'll be putting out videos about once a week, which will show the beach and some of the buildings and hotels along the beach, kite surfers galore, flying across the city from a mountaintop lookout, and a beautiful lake in the south end of the area. So be sure to check in for those.